The Woodcutter and the Axe. Long ago, there lived a woodcutter in a small village. He was sincere in his work and very honest. Every day he sat out into the nearby forest to cut trees. He brought the woods back into the village and sold them to a merchant and earn his money. He earns just, up, just about enough to make a living, but he was satisfied with his simple living. One day, while cutting a tree near a river, his axe slipped out of his hand and fell into the river. The river was so deep he could not even think to retrieve it on his own. He only had one axe which was gone into the river. He became very worried, thinking how he will able to earn his living now. He was very sad and prayed to God to the goddess. He prayed sincerely, so the God appeared in front of and asked, "What is the problem, my son?" The woodcutter explained the problem and requested the God to get back his axe. The God put her hand deep into the river and took out a silver axe and said, "Is this your axe?" Woodcutter looked and said, "No." So God put her hand back deep into the water again and he showed golden axe and said, "Is this your axe?" The woodcutter looked at the axe and said, "No." The God said, "Take a look again, my son. This is a very valuable golden axe. Golden axe. You're sure this is not yours? Yours?" Woodcutter said, "No, it's not mine. I cannot cut trees with a golden axe. It is not useful for me." The God smiled and finally put her hand into the water again and took his iron axe and said, "Is this your axe?" To this the woodcutter said, "Yes, this is mine. Thank you." The God was very impressed with his honesty, so she gave him his iron axe and also other two axes as a reward of his honesty. Moral of the story: always be honest. Honesty is always rewarded. The White Elephant. Once upon a time, there lived a herd of 80,000 elephants at the bottom of the majesty Himalayas. Their leader was a fantastic and rare wild elephant who was an extremely kind-hearted soul. He greatly loved his mother, who had grown blind and feeble and could not look out for herself. Each day, this white elephant could go too deep into the forest in search of food. He could look for the best of the wild fruit to send to his mother, but alas, his mother never received any. This was because his messenger could always eat them himself. Each night, when he returned home, he could be surprised to hear that his mother had been starving all day. He was absolutely disgusted with his herd. Then one day he decided to leave them all behind and disappeared in the middle of the night along with his dear mother. He took her to mountain to live in a cave beside the beautiful lake that was covered by coral pink lotus. It so happened that one day the white elephant was feeding to heard loud cries. A forester from Binarsi had lost his way in the forest and was absolutely terrified. He had come to the area to visit relatives and could not find his way out. On seeing this big white elephant, he was even more terrified and ran as fast as he could. The elephant followed him and told, "Not be afraid," as all he wanted to do was help to him. He asked the forester why he was crying so bitterly. The forester replied that he was crying because he had been roaming the forest for the past 7 days and could not find his way out. The elephant told him not to worry. He knew every inch of this forest could take him to safely. He then lifted him on his back and carried him to the edge of the forest, from where the forester went on his merry way back to Benares. On reaching the city, he heard the king Brahmata prisoner's elephant had just died and the king was looking for a new elephant. His elders were roaming in the city, announcing that a man who have seen and heard an elephant fit for a king should come forward with the information. The forester was very excited and immediately went up to the king and told him what about the white elephant that he had seen at Mount Candoran. He told him that he had marked the way and could require the help of his elephant trains in order to catch this fantastic elephant. The king was quite pleased with the information and immediately dispatched a number of soldiers and elephant trainers along with the forester. After traveling for many days, the group reached the lake beside which the elephants resided. They slowly moved down to the edge of the lake and hid behind the bunches. The white elephants were collecting lotus shoots for his mother's meal and could sense the presence of humans. When he looked up, he spotted the foresters and realized that it was so who had led the king's men to him. He was very upset at the event, but decided that if he could put up struggles, many of the men he could be killed, and he was just too kind to hurt anyone. So he decided to go along with them to Benares and then request the benevolent king to be set free. That night, when the white elephant did not return home, his mother was very worried. She had heard all us outside and had guesses that the king's men had taken away her son. He was scared the king could raid him in the battle and her son could even be killed. He was also worried that there could be no one to look after her and feed her, as could he not she could not see. She just lay down and cried bitterly. Meanwhile, her son was leading to the beautiful city of Benares, where he was given a grand reception. The, the whole city was decorated, and his own stable was gaily painted and covered with grand land and friendly flowers. The trainers laid out a feast for the stable elephant. He refused to touch a morsel. He did not respond to any kind of summer, be it the friendly flowers or the beautiful and comfortable stable. He could sat there looking completely discontented. The worried trainers went straight to report the situation to the king. As they were scared, the elephant could just waste away without hand, food or water. The king was extremely concerned. He heard about the say and went to the stable himself. He offered the elephant food from the royal table and asked why he ruled it in this manner. He thought that the elephant should be proud and honored that he was chosen as the state elephant and could get the opportunity to serve his king. The white king replied the white elephant replied that he could not eat a thing until he meet his son. So the king asked, "Where is your mother?" The elephant replied, "She is back home on mountain and must be worried and hungry as her was blind had no one to feed and take care of her. He was afraid that she could die." The king was touched with the elephant's story and asked him to return his blind old mother and take care of his and had been doing all along. He set him free in love and kindness. The happy elephant went running home as fast as he could, and he was revealed to find that his mother was still alive. He filled his trunk with water and poured it over his sick mom, who thought that it was raining. Then she cried out of sorts, and some evil spirit had come to harm her, and wishes prayed and that her son was there to save her. The white king gently lay over his blind mother and stroked her lovely. They immediately recovering his touches and overjoyed, her mother lifted her up and told, "The kind and covenant king of the Venus had set it free, and he was here to love and look after his mother forever." His mother was absolutely thrilled and blessed the kind king with peace, prosperity, and the king until the end of his days. She was so thankful to him for sending her son back home. The white elephant was able to take good care of his mother till the day she died. When he died himself, the king stayed of him by the side of the lake and held an annual elephant festival. There is a memory of such a caring and noble soul. Moral of the story: always give affection and care to our dear ones. Always respect others' feeling. Thank you.